walked up in there, not walked up in there, but you know, I like barged up in there like, Burger King, motherfucker.
Hey, what's up, my cochinos and cochinas? I want to welcome you back to another fucking mukbang, gang bang, finger bang, do your thing.
Hey, what's up, my cochinos and cochinas? I'd like to welcome you back to another fucking mukbang, gang bang, finger bang, do your thing. Now that we got all the explicits out of the way, if you're Christian or if you're a hater or if you're, you know, weak or scared, whatever, go to church, click off the video, you're good to go. You know what I mean? You already know how much I cuss and what kind of shit I say, so there's no reason to stick around if you're offended, all right? Today, we're going to get intimately involved with some Burger King. I haven't had Burger King in a while. I went through the drive-thru intending to get some lunch items, but I saw that they had some breakfast items that I haven't tried yet, and I thought it sounded good. One of them was the French toast sandwich, and then I had to decide what kind of meat I wanted. They didn't have fish, so I said, okay, I'll go ahead and get sausage. Pause. So I got the sausage breakfast sandwich, French toast sandwich on deck. I got some of their hash rounds or hash browns and an iced coffee. All right. But you're going to want to stick around as well, because I'm going to talk about the time that I was on an airplane. And then there was some racist fool on the airplane. He was wearing a Burger King hat and he was acting hella racist. And I'm going to let you know how I handled that situation and what came about. All right. So thank you for checking the video out. You know what I mean? Just whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and get involved with this. It's not as toasted as I assumed it might have been, you know, a little crispier on the outside, but it looks pretty delicious. Check that out. All right. So one thing I was thinking earlier is that a lot of people may not like my mukbangs because I actually eat reasonable amounts of food. There's 3 reasons for this. First is I can only afford a reasonable amount of food. So if you want to see me eat an obnoxious amount of food, you could send me a Cash App request saying what you want me to eat, and then we'll go from there, all right? The link will be in the description below. The second reason is because that's the amount I eat. I know I'm a big guy, but I don't eat an obnoxious amount of food normally, all right? I just eat a high calorie diet, meaning I don't make the best choices when it comes to food. I eat, you know, kind of high fat, high carb stuff. So you can be fat and be somebody who doesn't really put it down. Now, I'm not saying I can't put it down because I can. I'm just saying if you see a fat person out there, it's easy to assume, man, they must eat hella food. Nah, bruh. You probably more than them, you know what I mean? If you could put it down on some salad and some chicken. And the crazy part is people who do dieting and shit like that, they eat high volume foods because they need to keep their calories low. So they're actually eating more. And a big person, you know what I mean? They eat their Whopper, their fries, and their drink, and that's it. So anyways, I'm just using Whopper as an example because we ate Burger King. That's the second reason. The third reason I don't eat obnoxious amounts of food or huge amounts of food is because I don't want all that. I just don't want it, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's a waste to bring all that food because I'm not going to finish it. So I don't know how some of these mukbangers do it. I know that's where the money's at. That's what people want to see sometimes. So I don't know. Nobody realistically eats like that. So anyways, now that we got that out the way, let me go ahead and introduce you to my iced coffee. Made just the way I like it. Sweet, dark, and cold. This is the first time I've tried an iced coffee from Burger King. And this is Mocha flavored. And fuck, it's good. It's motherfucking good, for real. Holy shit. I've tried Burger King's coffee. I've tried McDonald's coffee. I tried Starbucks coffee. Man, this is pretty fucking good. Damn. So let's go ahead and before we get into this Burger King story, let's go ahead and do this real quick. Let's go ahead and open it up and put some nuts in it, some nuggets in it. All right. I hope, hey, I thank you to everybody who's been subscribing to the channel lately. I think it's because that Jaime Eats video there's more traffic, but either way, thank you. Also, a lot of people have been coming to my channel and watching my older video, which is my cherry sours video. It was like a Father's Day video or something where I talked about the time, a story about my dad. Let's just say that. If you want to see it, I'll put it in the link in the description below, or just type Trejo cherry sours. But are cherry sours popular right now? Do you guys know about this? I've been eating cherry sours for years. That's how I maintain my girlish physique. Is that how you say it? Anyways, yeah, cherry sours, it's a popular thing right now or something. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of traffic on that video. It's kind of weird. So let's go ahead and take a bite of it with the extra crunch. So I almost feel like, I'm not sure all the sandwiches that Burger King has had breakfast wise, but this almost tastes like a response to the McGriddle. Let me give my opinion on this real quick. I feel like it's not as sweet as a McGriddle, which could be a good or bad thing depending on what your preference is. I'm giving a food review. This is an expert food review, okay? Fell out. So, it's good. It's really good. I think a couple ways they can improve it, and I think it's going to vary depending on which Burger King you go to. But toast it a little bit more so it has a little bit more crunch. Mine is really soft. You know, maybe if I put a little bit of Viagra in the middle or something, it'll get harder. But it's really soft. I think I prefer this over a sweeter version. I already got enough sweet going on in my iced coffee. I don't really need the extra sweetness, you know what I mean? So, I was talking about that time I was on an airplane trip. I'm sorry. I was on a trip, boarded onto an airplane, and there was this loud ass fool being racist, and he just so happened to be wearing a Burger King crown. All this is hitting. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but grease hits different when you're older. Grease and sugar. It's not as satisfying when something is really greasy or really sweet. When I was younger, yeah, I was all for it. Anyway, so I was on my way to Vegas. I usually drive to Vegas. It takes about 9 hours from Stockton to Vegas. That's like the maximum amount of time, depending on traffic. If you drive at nighttime, it could be shorter. It could be 7 hours. Anyways, it really varies if you want to speed. I figured I'm driving so fucking long that I'm not gonna speed, because if I get pulled over, it's a higher chance. I'm speeding for fucking 8 hours straight. That increases my chances of getting pulled over. Use your fucking brain, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't understand that, some people do, some people don't. I ain't gonna have no cop creep up on me, you know what I mean? So I still go above the speed limit, but enough where I don't get pulled over, because I don't think the cops really trip if you're at least like under 10 miles over the speed limit. I don't know if you're a cop, comment below and let me know. So if it's like 65, I'll go 75. If it's 75, I'll go, 85. If the speed limit's 90, then that means I already got into a wreck and I'm in heaven. So I wanted to go to Vegas, and this was a trip that I was going on by myself because I had some business to take care of. So I figured, you know what, let me book a plane trip, because there's a plane that flies out of Stockton. But that was all booked, and I couldn't book it because it just couldn't, because it's so cheap. A lot of people like flying out of Stockton. It's like $30-$40 to fly out of Stockton sometimes. That's what they advertise it as. It actually ends up being like 80 or more, because you have to pay for your luggage and all kinds of other hidden fees. Thanks, Allegiant. If you're watching this, sponsor me so I don't ever have to pay for those fees again. So I ended up flying out of Sacramento. With Southwest to Vegas. And this wasn't that long ago. This is maybe a few months ago or something like that. And like I said, I was there for business. That's why I didn't let anybody know that I was there. So I jump on the plane. You know, I'm boarded. I got my seat, my 2 seats. I actually ordered 2 seats because I'm a big guy. I don't want no one sitting next to me. And it was so cheap. Even flying out of SAC, it was cheap. That I just did it. So I jump on the plane. And we haven't even lifted off yet, right? I'd say maybe 5 seats ahead of me, maybe even further. There was some dude. And he like had Tourette's or something because he kept just constantly saying curse words and this and that. And it was nothing new to me, you know what I mean? I'm from Stockton. I see that shit all the time. A bunch of whatever fools in Stockton that are on drugs and on crack or whatever, you know what I mean? Just gone. So I've seen it before, so I figured this fool, man, like I'm gonna be on one of those flights where I gotta hear this the whole time. Good thing I brought my headphones, you know what I mean? So anyways, this fool spewing off. I didn't think nothing of it, right? Then this fool starts saying racist shit, like, you know, about black people. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Now the thing is, there wasn't any black people on this flight from what I recall. So I don't know what this fool was on. All I know is my blood was boiling, bro, because let me say this. Racism, even if it's targeted at another race, it's still irritating. It still bothers me because I know deep down, people who are racist, it's usually because they think their race is superior. That's not always the case, though. We can get into a debate on this, and I don't want to. That's not what this video is for. Because I feel like sometimes people are racist just because it's a lack of understanding or they've been mistreated by people of a certain race. So I hate those type of people because they've treated me so badly. That doesn't mean that they think their race is superior. It's just they think that all people of that race are that way, so therefore fuck them. Excuse me. So this fool has this fucking Burger King hat on, right? Spewing off racist remarks. Stewardess was trying to tell him to calm down. And I felt like there was nothing I could do. Because if I go over there and I assault this motherfucker, I'm not only going to get kicked off the plane, but I'm going to be put in jail. So I just said, you know what? Fuck it. Let me think of a strategic plan to get this fool back. So I did a couple things. This fool, he was like inside the aisle. Not inside the aisle, but inside there was 3 seats. He was inside by the window. There you go. So I thought to myself, I'll just wait till he goes to sleep. And then I'll do a couple things to make myself feel better with the fact that I can't do anything to him. So we had ordered drinks. I looked up. I was keeping track of that guy. I saw that he was nodding out. So I was like, you know what? This is a good time because other people on the plane were also nodding out. This is about an 1.5 hour trip, maybe 2 hours, not even that long, but people were still nodding out. So I walked up the aisle a little bit to go to the restroom. I look over, I see that fool had a drink. Looked like it was iced tea or something. But he was knocked out pretty cold. So with some quick sleight of hand, I just reached over, grabbed his drink, continued to the restroom, made him an Arnold Palmer, and returned it back to him. That was the first thing I did. Second was on my way back, when I dropped his drink off, I took the Burger King hat off his head. Ripped that shit up, threw it away. That fool woke up like right when we got to Vegas. And I was waiting the entire time. Like, come on, fool, drink your fucking drink, bro. Wake up, drink your drink, you dumb motherfucker, you know what I mean? So he never did. So he finally got to Vegas. He stands up, he's grabbing his fucking, you know, his, what do they call it? The one that you can bring on board. Your onboard shit. I don't know what they call it. You know what I mean? But carry-on, there you go. So he's grabbing his carry-on out. He's about to walk off. Then he's like, you know, touching his head like he's confused. And then he looks like he starts sweating. So he's confused, he's sweating. I don't know if he's having an anxiety attack because it's already a weird vato in the first place. So he's confused, sweating, and then I guess his throat probably started to get dry. So he like looks around, he reaches over, he grabs his drink and fucking just chugs it. And then he starts walking out fast. As he's walking out, he stops dead in his tracks like this. And then he continues and keeps walking. So, crazy story. I wish I could have done more, but you know what I mean? It's what you gotta do, what you just gotta do sometimes. What you're able to do, what you're capable to do. So, I exited the plane, and if you made it this far into the video, let me know. And you'll let me know, because you'll be able to comment on this ending of the story. So I get out the plane, right? And then I just start following this fool. You know, I jump in my taxi or whatever, and I head in town. Lost track of him. But I put a device on him so I can keep track of where he was. So late at night, I go to the costume store. They have a costume store that's kind of like year-round out there. And I found a Burger King outfit. You know, the king, whatever, with the robe and all that shit. And the head or whatever. I found the Burger King outfit. Nighttime came, maybe like around midnight or something. Threw that outfit on. Rolled out. And broke into where that fool was staying. Scared the fuck out of him. I walked up in there, not walked up in there, but you know, I like barged up in there like, Burger King motherfucker. That fool passed out. He like knocked out. Like he was so cold, scared shitless that he just like fainted or something. Burger King motherfucker.